This one for WWE champions. Pay to win like every day, yeah.
I don't play mobile games.
Funny how they still think I'm a broke man.
Then I'm broke.
Even though I be pulling Hogan's. I spent like 40 grand on a couple thousand pictures of some sweaty men.
We only hit around $70 in support, okay? Now, admittedly, when I play Call of Duty, it is hit or miss. There are some Call of Duty streams where I hit the goal and exceed it. There's some that I don't. I think last time I played Call of Duty, I raised like 100. So I raised 70. Listen, it's not the end of the world. I don't always expect to hit the goal when I play Call of Duty. Now, keep in mind, we have momentum going. The momentum is that we're at 92 goals out of 100. I want to hit 100 by the end of the week because I want to do this special Viewer's Choice Marathon. You guys are currently voting on the games for that by going to the posts tab of my DSP Gaming channel and liking the games out of the 8 that I posted up on that thread to see what we're going to play when we do the marathon. There's going to be booze and food and festivities. It's going to be a really fun event. So I want to do it this week because next week we got betas coming out and new games are coming out. So I want to do it by the end of this week, okay? The problem is we didn't hit the goal on the first stream. So the late stream tonight was a very strong experimental stream. What do I mean by that? Tonight on the late stream, I played a game that I didn't know what it was. It was recommended by viewers and actually donated by a fan. The name of the game is called Mouthwashing. It is a psychological horror game where it's in the future. There's a disaster, a crash of a freighter. You're stranded in space, and it's about a group of survivors trying to get by and the psychological torment they're going through. It's a pretty messed up game. The thing is, I don't want to explain to you why it's called mouthwashing because that would kind of spoil some of the premise of the game. I'd rather that you just watch the footage, okay? We played it for 2 hours. Does it have a lot of gameplay elements? No, it's mostly narrative and how you react to the narrative, okay? But I actually really enjoyed it. It's very dark, but entertaining in my opinion, and the story is developing. People said I got about an hour left to beat the game. We raised $50 tonight. All right. Now, I'm said it on the stream, but I'm going to reiterate it in this daily wrap, and I'm going to talk about it again on the podcast tomorrow. People tell me all the time, Phil, we want more variety in your content. We don't want you to just play the big AAA releases. You skip too many indie games, and we want you to enjoy more, particularly now that you have a high-end gaming PC and a state-of-the-art upper echelon capturing setup. We want you to play indies. So this is an opportunity. Someone recommended an indie to me and said, this is going to be worth your time. You should check it out. I said, okay. Attendance was okay. Support, 1/3 of my goal. So it's this simple. If you want indies and you're going to constantly campaign for them and you're going to ask for them, you've got to show up to support them. It's the same thing that happened last year with Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. It's the same thing that happened with Metaphor. It's the same thing that happens with people who are a vocal minority. I feel there is an audience for indies, but this audience will only show up maybe half the time and only support maybe 1/4 of the time. Because I'm not saying that I've never played an indie and it didn't get support or anything like that. That has happened. But certainly tonight, that was not the case. And it's disheartening because I want to play more indies and I want to give people what they want. But I have to give people what they want who are actually willing to support me as a business as well. This is my business as well as my hobby. So I've got to do things that make sense. You understand? In this case, I was disheartened because I really enjoyed the game. I thought it was great psychological horror. People were enjoying it, but the support just wasn't there, okay? So here's the deal. I don't even know what to say. Do I want to finish the game? Of course I do. I'm 2 hours in. It's only an hour long. So maybe what I can do is have a night stream where we do 1 hour to finish and then a Q&A session or whatever. But you have to understand something. Now that's going to make me skeptical about playing indie games in the future. If I can play a night of Street Fighter, or if I can play a retro game like Dino Crisis, or if I can play a game like Ninja Gaiden 2 Black, or if I can play high-profile, bigger, newer games, and all of those get support, but people say, we want indies, and I play the indie, and then it gets $50, what am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to react? Right? So, listen, this is not the end of the world, but man, today was a setback. Here's a day where we had great momentum from yesterday, hitting 3 goals, and today we hit none. In fact, between the 2 streams today, I didn't even get enough support to make 1 goal together. That's not good. And again, I want to do this marathon probably Friday at the latest. The actual rum cake for the marathon is arriving on Wednesday. So please, if you are someone who couldn't be here today, it's all good. But I hope that you will come by and you will support the streams moving forward for the rest of the week. I obviously want to do this fun marathon at the end of the week. I think it would be a great thing. And let's get it going. All right. Let's recover from today. Let's not dwell on it. Let's have a better day tomorrow. Fair enough?
You got some idiot named DSP who's a total piece of shit, by the way. I like to get that on YouTube. But